What is good, fuckers? Welcome back to another video, another trade recap. You can tell I'm excited because I'm excited, baby. Let me take you on a fucking wild ride here because this one is wild, okay? Let's start off, okay, by just analyzing what the fuck is happening pre-market, okay, on the 25th, right? 26th, 25th, right? Here on the 26th Tuesday, right? We open up here, right? Somewhere up here. We gap down, okay? We create some sell side liquidity up here, pre-market at like 12 a.m., right? We come down, we create some buy side liquidity, which ends up being our drawn liquidity for that day, because I'll tell you why. We come up here, we make a high, we make a low off that high. Now to have a market structure shift, we need to close above this high. Problem is, when you go to the 15-minute, where is it? 15-minute, you can see on higher time frames, none of the candles actually closed above this market structure shift. And for this to be valid market structure shift, I want to be able to see a 15-minute or higher time frame market structure shift happen. Knowing that this high made a low and didn't actually get breaking through, that means it's a failed market structure shift, which then gets swept by sell side liquidity, which then tells me that we're going to be bearish. And now I'm just waiting for another market structure shift for the bearish direction, which we get almost, basically pre-market here, pre-market before market opened. I want you guys to realize that we have a daily order block here as Confluence, which was also my bias for bullish here. But then after that failed market structure shift and that sell side liquidity taken, I realized that we were going to be probably bearish for the day again, aiming not only for this weekly fair value gap, but this this monthly breaker block down here. So let's break down what happened pre-market again. Let's go back to the 5-minute, the one we were just on. Sorry for the clicking. I just have to adjust the screen a little bit. First and foremost, whatever, market structure shift. My strategy involves a market structure shift with displacement before, with a daily bias before, and a weekly and monthly bias. Obviously, the daily is bearish, the weekly is bearish, so that means that my daily bias is bearish. So I want to take a bearish trade. I want to take puts. I need to find a good entry. Now, I will say, and I was so happy I waited. I was so happy I waited. And I watched this all live. I watched this all fucking live, and I'm so happy I got in so early, okay? Around 8, I get to school, I mark out my charts. I'll show you QQQ because QQQ actually worked out perfectly too. We create boom, little displacement. We have market structure shift. I'm looking for a fair value gap now that was created. I don't usually do this on the 5-minute, but usually that's what I take my trades on, the 5 and 1 minute. So I need fair value gaps there. At first, our fair value gap was like down here that we took. Like there was one like right here that I marked, one little tiny one, and I was like, well, that's not gonna work. I mean, you know, we're here at 9:30, 9:25 market opens. We not only did we targeted this order block 4-hour, we targeted this 4-hour order block pre-market. We rallied up, right? This was not buy side liquidity. This was an order block that was targeting. Good analysis for me to take that. Boom. And I was like, okay, you know what? This is exactly what I'm looking for. What I was looking for in my mind was a take of this order block, a rejection of this order block, which might seem bullish, which it was, but when market opens, all these orders are coming in, you know, they're getting filled. It's going to be bullish, but it's not going to be bullish for the day. It's going to be bullish for only a few minutes. Hence why 1, 2, 3 candles of the 5-minute. So what, maybe 15, 30 minutes of the market is bullish, right? 30 minutes of the market is bullish. And next thing you know, it's fucking bearish. You know what I mean? So don't fear that. And I didn't fear at all. I was expecting a move higher. So we got to move higher. Low fair value gap. I was thinking of taking my entry here, but I realized, hey, dude, that doesn't line up with my OTE. And I was like, let me think this again. So what I did was I was in the 5-minute. I was like, let me take this trade on the 5-minute. I'm going to draw the current swing high and the current swing low OTE. And this lines up perfectly. Current swing high to current swing low, which is down here. You draw it out. Guess what you get? Boom. You get this 0.9, 0.6, and 0.7, 0.705, 0.6 OTE perfectly lined up with this believe 15-minute fair value gap, if I'm not wrong. 15-minute fair value gap, perfectly lined up. It's consequent encroachment. I was like, fuck it, I'm taking my trade off that. Took my trade off that, obviously. Very, actually, my risk would be right here. My risk, I knew that if price wanted to come back up to here and grab whatever was up here, it could and come back down. But I knew that this was, when I saw this on the 3-minute, I believe, yeah, with all these candles, I mean, just look how perfectly it's reacting. And this is market open, guys. This is when all the orders are getting filled. Like, when you see this candle, like, on 1 minute and 3 minute, you got to realize, bro, there's a lot of fucking buyers that are buying all the way. If they want a spot, they will grab it. They'll grab it when market opens, bro. Like, when I'm telling you this, they will get to that level. So it gets hit first, 938, comes all the way back down, gets retested, gets rejected at these old highs, and this 15-minute fair gaps at 944. That's when I enter my short position right here off this down candle. Boom, it gets filled right here. And the rest is history, man. I mean, we did come break even like once, but like barely a second. So I was break even, basically when I entered my position. And the rest is history, man. I mean, this is beautiful. I will tell you guys a little quick note though. My first take profit was actually up here. So this is the full position, but my first take profit was the daily bias here. Or my bad, the daily draw on liquidity, right? Because when you have to remember, the moment this market structure shift happened, I was like, okay, guys, where is price wanting to go now? Well, it's right here. It's this low. We also had this breaker block here that was playing in, and I was also scared that this would bounce off, but I was like, you know, this is why I'm going to take my position here off right here. This order block could go bye-bye because we already respected it, so we're going to break right through it. Break right through it. Breaker block doesn't do shit, kind of deviates price, not at all. Discount premium also played a price here. Draw on liquidity targets that, and I was expecting for a big sweep of liquidity, you know, and for it to come back, hit a fair value gap, come back down. Not at all. We actually dumped even more because we actually weren't looking for this liquidity. We were looking to fill this fucking weekly fair value gap. Now, did I know that we were going to do this today? No. Not at all. Did I know we were going to do this off this little tiny 15-minute fair value gap, market structure shift? Like, did I know that? No. All I was targeting is this draw on liquidity for the day. That's it. And then I saw this move lower, and I'm like, okay, well, you know what? My next target now, my second take profit would be here. And then it moved lower, and I was like, consequent encroachment. So, and I had 4 contracts, so I'm like, all right, I'll move my last one, and this is the very stop one, to this, and I'm out after this, right? Because if it really wants to target it, I'll do that. And I'll let you know right now, when I had my last contract in, I believe my stop loss was like all the way down to this draw on liquidity, you know, like almost got stopped out, but like that was it, you know, like that was my final position. When it came down to here, you know, I was like, all right, you know what? My stop loss was like at this consequent encroachment. I was like, if this shit just magically comes back, I'm out, you know? So I was like, I was burying for that fucking final TP, which got hit, you know, eventually got hit. But I will give props to myself, right, for the pre-market analysis. This failed market structure shift that if I missed, I wouldn't understand bias. I believe this sell side liquidity was taken. This market structure shift was marked. This 15-minute this OT was marked. The discount was marked. The fair value gap was marked correctly. The draw on liquidity was correct. My bias was right. The breaker block was right. The weekly fair value gap could have been adjusted a little more, but it was right. Consequent encroachment didn't do shit, but it's always good to have it there. The buy side liquidity was also another target that I was targeting. Everything there was right. I mean, I don't know what to say anymore. You know, it was right. And it didn't target this. It targeted the fucking monthly fair value gap. Or my bad, the weekly breaker block. I'll show you what that is because Keegan was asking me after school. So basically, look, okay. Now, this is ICT's strategy too. I still have to revise this because I only saw this in a few videos. But basically, you have this down move right here on this weekly, right? Back, what's called, like August 20. So last year, dude. Last fucking year. This shit is from last year, and it's still working today. So last year, we had this dump, right? And the order block is up here on opening price. So you mark that. That's an order block. Price didn't come back up to test this price until here. Do you get it? Like it didn't come back to this level of price until last year, Monday. Okay, so last year on Monday, boom. Or well, this year on Monday, it came in, but they didn't reject. It didn't have another big down move. It traded right through it. Like it was nothing. Like it was fucking paper. Like it was fire on paper. It just burnt right through it. Right through it. So what does that do? That means that it's going to be a breaker block. Why do we call it a breaker block? Go to ICT's video. I have no fucking clue. That's what he calls it. That's what I call it. All right. This order block turned into a breaker block because now price is going to use it not only to target but to also reject. So this actually is a big point for us, because if we targeted this to come a little higher and then to come lower, fine. But are we using this breaker block to just bounce back up and just to go higher and grab this liquidity? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if we look at the monthly right now, we are we're let me just hide this. We're we're pretty fucking bearish right now. I'm not gonna lie. We've broken basically two monthly lows now. And we're, like I said, we're in the middle of a monthly fair value gap right here, and we're about to hit, right? So the next draw on liquidity, right, which I was looking forward, is the very bottom of this fair value gap right here, right? That's our next draw on fuck, why is it like this? That's our next draw on liquidity, right? And it's actually right there. It's, I mean, we have potential to come down to these levels, and there's more order blocks down here to watch out for, but that's our next level or draw on liquidity. So that's the trade recap for the day. I hope you guys liked it. This was definitely a good trade. It's not over for me, right? There will definitely be more losing trades, but I'm just happy that yesterday, right, on Monday, we had a horrible day. I took some nasty trades, and my risk reward was bad. My strategy was my bad. I didn't use my fucking strategy. My discipline wasn't there. My analysis wasn't there. But today, oh my goodness. Today was good. I'm happy. I'll keep working, and I'll keep posting on YouTube. So I will see you guys in the next one. I hate you guys.